have a special ritual, a deep spiritual connection with the stage. I thank it, I love it, and I ask for its support. I do this before every single performance, or even when I've just been away for a while. I come here simply to say hello. Usually before a show, I double-check every prop. I examine every detail so that once I'm on stage, I don't have to worry about anything but the music. Just watch her step onto the stage. It completely transforms. Not every performer has that power. She graces the stage the moment she appears. It's a gift from God, and it's her greatest blessing. I was born in Almaty. As a child, the city felt vast, almost overwhelming. But growing up, I realized how cozy it truly is. It has a soul. I remember strolling through the parks as a little girl, passing by this very theater. I had no idea then that it would one day become my second home. My parents nurtured my creative side, and I'd like to think it paid off. I did figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics. Now that I have children of my own, I see how important it is to let them explore different paths. In my case, though, I absolutely hated figure skating. I still remember my first day crying as they forced me onto that ice. As soon as I could, I quit. The memories are flooding back. My parents divorced when I was young, and it took time for me to truly understand and accept my father. Today, I have a photo at home where we're all together. I'm grateful to him for my life. There he is, by the way. After the divorce, we moved around a lot before settling in Karaganda. That's where I enrolled in the Buchin School of Arts. It was just my mother, my younger sister, and me, 3 women taking on the world. It wasn't easy. We faced some very lean years. There were times when we had nothing to eat, and neighbors would step in to help. Eventually, I started singing in restaurants and clubs. We'd head out to work at night. My mother was always by my side. I'd perform at one venue, then rush to the next. I remember sets at 2:30 a.m. That's how our family survived. Then, Mom noticed people were starting to talk about my voice. She said, "That's it. We're going back to Almaty. You're going to the conservatory to become an opera singer." I started with a preparatory course. I was auditioned by Maryamgul Ahmedqızı Tuligenova and Shahimardan Abilov. In the end, Maryamgul Ahmedqızı took me under her wing. She began her training with my daughter. To me, her success is a tribute to my daughter, who passed away 20 years ago. It touches me that she still seeks my advice. She sings beautifully and is a true seeker, a girl who never stands still. After finishing my studies here, I moved to England. I earned both my bachelor's and master's in music with honors. You know, it's a post-imperial society, and it's not for everyone. I made great friends, and I'm still in touch with my professors, but I never felt like I had roots there. I was beyond happy to finally return home to Kazakhstan. We're going for a bold look today. The eyes are almost done. We haven't touched the lips yet. Vocals are a lot like sports. You can't just learn to sing in a split second. It's a constant process. Practice, practice, and more practice. My mother really pushed me in that direction. She kept saying, "Go into opera, go into opera." Because of that, maybe, I didn't have enough time to mature vocally and truly embrace it right away. I didn't get in on my first try. The theater didn't accept me initially. It took a second attempt to make it happen. Even when I joined the theater, I still carry this reputation of singing more than just classical music. And you know how it is when you first walk into a theater. All these masters and maestros are walking around giving you the look. They were very skeptical of me. They'd ask, "And where exactly did you study?"
Мы сюда пришли, чтобы считать. Это первое условие. Когда высокое слово, тогда я вас попрошу сыграть. Я.
It took a long time to prove myself, and for the theater to accept me, for the company to truly welcome me. It didn't happen overnight. I could feel the skepticism, but I kept working on myself. Now I feel I've finally taken the place I've truly earned and proven I deserve. When I received the Order of Kurmet, I think that's when a new level of respect came. I began to respect myself more, and I think those around me did too. It was only then that I finally realized I was a soloist, a leading soloist of this theater. Zarina has a formidable voice. She has proven herself, and now her place in the theater is undisputed. It was hard at first, but it's hard for everyone. Some survive, some don't. She turned out to be as tough as flint. She had no one to fall back on. Even her teacher passed away. She was alone. So she fought for her place and rightfully earned it. In my opinion, Zarina Altynbayeva is now the most sought-after singer in Kazakhstan. Before a performance, I hardly speak at all. I save every bit of my voice for the stage. It's also vital for us to eat well and sleep well, to build up the energy needed to give the audience everything we have. My mother guided my life until I was 33. I was completely under her wing and her control. I didn't even buy my own clothes. She dressed me. Then before she even turned 55, she was gone. It was a sudden illness. I was 33 years old.
Я помню, как в детстве ты гладила меня по волосам.
I remember how you used to stroke my hair,
Провожала меня в
how you braided it and saw me off to school.
Я помню.
I remember your loving eyes, your gentle smile, and I remember our very last conversation.
Наш последний разговор.
At first, I had no idea what to do. I had no confidence in my own strength or myself because I'd always been guided. I was just going with the flow. And then this happened. But it gave me the chance to truly open up, to find my own wings, and to become a self-assured woman. I applied for a competition in Japan, an international one, very prestigious and difficult. Even though I wasn't sure of myself, I felt I had to prove my worth. So I went to Japan, made it through the first round, then the second. A week later, the final was held at the Grand Bunkakai-kan Center, one of the most famous classical stages in Tokyo. There were only 5 or 6 participants in the final. We performed a very demanding, extensive program with a symphony orchestra. Then they announced the results. I couldn't believe it. They said first place, Zarina Altynbayeva. It was incredible. Not only did I take first place, but I won the audience award as well. You know, I didn't even know what the prize money was. I just went. It all just came together like that. When they called me on the stage, I said that I dedicated this award, this victory, to my mother. I'm so grateful to her for everything. But I suppose I had to go through all those stages to become the person I am today.
Those who truly love their craft, the opera and the stage, they are the strong ones. If they truly love it, they will serve art and the majesty of music for their entire lives.
I went through a specific stage here while I was already a soloist at the theater. You know what they said about Maria Callas? I read about her in the Lives of Remarkable People series. A French writer noted that when she lost her voice, she hadn't actually lost her voice. She had lost her nerve. Our profession is incredibly delicate. Having self-control is vital. Of course, they teach you to step onto the stage with a cool head and a warm heart, but life throws all sorts of situations at you, and you know how it is in the theater. Zarina, help us out here. Zarina, sing this. Zarina, sing that. This is a repertory theater, so the program is constantly changing. It's not like in Europe, where you might perform La Traviata every other day for a run. Here you sing La Traviata one night, the Barber of Seville the next, and by the third night you're performing Verismo. It's a constant adjustment of the vocal apparatus. These are completely different techniques altogether. An instrument is the first thing a singer needs. Without it, a singer simply cannot exist. People think we just step onto the stage and sing. It's not like that. Think of the countless days and nights we spend before this instrument. Sometimes we rejoice, sometimes we cry, sometimes we're filled with anxiety. Because these moments happen, we're only human. There are times when the voice just isn't sounding right, times when the mood isn't there. But we still force ourselves to work so that when we step onto that stage, we are in a peak form, leaving all our pains and grievances right here.
Zarina Altynbayeva. Her name burst into the world of opera like a rising star. A star who knew with absolute certainty and confidence that she would succeed. And what was the source of that confidence? From the outside, it's clear she is incredibly hardworking and always searching. It reminds me of something my mentor, Yermek Sirkibayev, once said. Even at 50, he would say, "I'm only just beginning to master the right techniques and vocal mechanics." She's the same way. Despite years of experience and performing on major international stages abroad and here at home, she never stops searching. She never stops exploring, practicing, and honing her craft and her vocals. I know she still seeks out teachers, takes lessons, does auditions, and is always learning something new. She never rests. For instance, once a role is done, say she's singing Layla in The Pearl Fishers, most would take a break once that's under their belt. But not her. She immediately moves on to the next role, starts learning the next score. She is always working.
A strong woman, I think that strength is in all of us. It's just that certain life circumstances have to align for that strength to fully reveal itself. But generally, I believe a woman's true strength lies in her vulnerability. Through that tenderness, through that love and harmony, one can truly conquer the whole world.